Hey, good morning, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to Echo, and hope this morning's service goes really well. I want to thank you first for your prayers and support in a variety of ways. Allows me to get away. I'm in California right now with my dad and my brothers and sisters, working out some long-term care for him, and so I really do appreciate your support and your assistance and prayers and encouragement as I get a chance to be with my dad during this time. I'm really thankful for our friend Mark Trammell from Grace Point, who will be preaching this morning, which is awesome. Mark's going to do a great job, I'm sure. And he's a great friend to our church and as well as to me. And I'm sure he's got something on his heart that God's given him that will be beneficial to our church, to Echo. Want to point out just a couple things announcement-wise. As we take our this morning's offering this morning, I just want to remind you we have not paid our rent yet for the month of March. We want to be honorable to our landlord, and so I just want to remind you, as whenever necessary, the biggest bills we have are rent and electric, and they're at the beginning of the month. This is our second Sunday of the month, so it's real important that we take care of that. So I appreciate your faithfulness in that. And it's our responsibility to be responsible with our landlord. And it'll continue to be our responsibility. And that kind of leads to my second point. Some people have asked questions regarding Grace Point and Echo, and how does this work, and when's it start? Sunday, March 23rd will be the first service with Echo and Grace Point together. So things are going to change. The seating's going to be, we're going to max out as many chairs as we can get in the room. That means removing tables and some different things. There'll be three classes of kids ministry going on in the back. Kids will be in their classrooms from the beginning of service, even the older kids, to make sure we have as maximum amount of seating, and it'll be a lot of fun. So I just want to mention that to you, because on the 23rd, if you get here a little bit late, you may have to stand at the back of the room. That's the kind of Sunday it's going to be, and that's going to be a blast. And so I'm looking really forward to that. I want to remind you and kind of explain a few things. First off, Echo is not becoming Grace Point, and Grace Point is not becoming Echo. Grace Point is our guests at Echo. And so I know you're going to welcome them and bless them and just embrace them and allow them to come in. You'll be great hosts. I know our church will be great hosts to the folks from Grace Point. But I want to make clear that we still are two separate churches. We're just working to help each other, which is a novel concept. You'd think it would be more common, but it's rare. And so we're going to actually help each other out. And so that's going to be kind of a cool thing. Like, for instance, when we take the offering, there will still be folks who give to Echo will write their check to Echo or on their envelope to Echo. That will go to Echo's budget. Grace Point, same thing. Folks are going to write checks to Grace Point or on their envelope to Grace Point. That money goes to Grace Point. Grace Point and Echo will share some expense together, but Grace Point still has their own budget to deal with, as do we. And so those things are still separated. So in a sense, that gives you a little bit of a picture. We are separate, yet we're helping each other at the same time. And so I want you to get a picture of that, because it can easily be misunderstood what's happening. And so our goal in this is to not to become one church in under a title, but yet two separate churches actually helping each other out and supporting each other. And so the way we can easily do that is by being a good host and welcoming Grace Point folks to our building. They're going to bless us in, just them being here, and the whole environment will change because the place will be packed out, which will be exciting for both churches. And so we're excited about sharing that experience together. So I want you to get a better picture of what that looks like. But that begins March 23rd. March 16th, the Sunday before, is St. Patrick's weekend. St. Patrick's Day is the 17th. The 16th is our final service as just Echo alone, if you want to think of it that way, at least for the time being. And we will have a St. Patrick's Day potluck lunch. So it'll be a great time for us to kind of close out a chapter before we open up a new chapter and turn the page into this experiment of two churches that actually meet together in the same service and help each other out in this Grace Point Echo experiment that we all get to be a part of for the benefit of the kingdom of God. So I want to remind you about the potluck. Don't forget, bring yummy food, bring enough to share, invite your friends, and have a good time with that. I love you all. Thanks for your prayers and support. I will keep you updated through Facebook and maybe another one of these to let you know how things are going with my dad. But I'm looking forward to getting back and getting together with Mark and the folks at Grace Point and the folks at Echo and beginning this journey. And some of this stuff we'll figure out as we go along, because honestly this is kind of uncharted territory for both churches, and it's not something they have like books about. We will dive into this, and the main thing is to glorify Jesus, lift him up, and be a model of cooperation and love and support from one church to another so that the kingdom may grow. That's our heart in all this. I hope it's yours as well. If you have any questions, hit me up with a message, and I'm happy to answer you privately. But as a general concept, I wanted you to hear some of it from me. In the meantime, Mark's going to be preaching, sharing his heart, and I know he'll do a great job. So love on him well, and I'll see y'all soon, all right? Okay, bye-bye.